Welcome to Rate the Audit, where we shine a light on misconduct, break down police and legal encounters, defend civil rights, and demand accountability. Today's episode comes from Auditor Claude, so be sure to hit the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this case, Claude is legally filming outside the rear gate of a police station when two rookie officers show up and deliver a full-blown masterclass in failure. Instead of respecting the law, they start fishing, demanding answers Claude doesn't owe them. When he refuses to play along, things spiral fast. The officers detain him under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act on grounds so flimsy they collapse the moment you hear them. What follows is ignorance, arrogance, and overreach, ending with Claude filing a lawsuit and refusing to settle.
Hello.
Hiya.
You alright?
I'm not too bad.
What are you doing here today?
Pardon?
What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself properly?
Yeah, I can identify as myself. I'm PC Notes, attached to Wimbledon Police Station.
And your shoulder number?
You can see my shoulder number.
Well, not everyone can read numbers, that's why I'm asking you to
Can't
identify.
read. Okay, it's 3199. See
No worries. And yourself?
My name's PC Bruto and my shoulder number is 2463.
Cool. Thank you very much.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm doing a bit of filming.
Okay. Well, any particular reason or?
No, that's it.
No, just want to film back gates of the police station. Are you willing to give us your name or anything like that?
Why would I need to give you my name for?
You don't need to, I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, but why would I need to?
You don't need to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm asking, would you like to give us your name?
No,
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Okay. Where are you from? Do you know?
that's irrelevant.
Pardon?
That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yep.
What?
Well, why did it matter where I'm from?
It doesn't, I'm just asking.
Okay.
These are just normal questions I'm asking.
Yeah, but if it doesn't matter, then there was no need to ask it.
The encounter opens with a female officer demanding Claude's name. No offense committed, no suspicion, just a blatant grab for personal info she has no right to. Claude refuses, correctly, under UK law, unless is suspected of something specific, like antisocial behavior under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act. He doesn't have to give her a thing. That alone should have ended the conversation. Instead, she shifts tactics. Where are you from? As if geography changes the law. When Claude challenges her, she shrugs it off with, "These are normal questions." Except they are not. They are not investigative, not evidence-based. They are just fishing. And none of it changes the fact that filming in public is 100% legal.
I'm under no obligation to give you my name.
At this moment in time, I'm going to detain you for a purpose of search. I'll be searching today under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
Okay, right. Under Section 43, you need to give me the specific part of Section 43. Don't just give me a number, you need to give me the specific part. And also as well, okay, to do with actually having so-called evidence to use Section 43, you need to make sure that you get this done correctly, and you tell me what site, what actual part of Section 43. No, it will be an unlawful search.
You can make a complaint.
It will be an
afterwards,
unlawful
okay?
search.
And if you want to complain
and if you feel that way, you can make a complaint afterwards. But this is what we're going to do here and now. If you have an issue with that,
what is your where is your actual proof of hostile reconnaissance?
we've explained to you.
Where is your proof of that?
At this moment in time, mate,
We don't
I
need
haven't
to-
even gotten to my ground just yet.
So what is
As I
your
said,
no? You're calling me a terrorist. You're doing it under the Terrorism Act. Is that or is that not calling me a terrorist? If you were going to search me under the Terrorism Act, no.
When Claude reminds him he has no duty to give his name, the male officer escalates immediately to detention under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. That's one of the most serious powers in UK law, reserved strictly for when an officer reasonably suspects terrorism. Refusing to give your name doesn't even come close. Claude demands the specific grounds under Section 43. The officer can't provide them. He doesn't cite the act, doesn't articulate suspicion, doesn't link Claude's behavior to terrorism at all. And that failure is telling. The law requires officers to state clear ground before a search begins. Instead, this officer just exposed himself as untrained and out of his depth.
Please make sure that you quote me the specific part of Section 43 that you're going to do this under.
As I said, you'll be searched today.
No, you need to make sure that you actually give me the specific part of Section 43.
The reason being why I'm searching today, sir, is because you've been quite evasive towards us when we come and...
What, because I don't want to give you my name?
Yes.
Okay, am I under any legal obligation to give you my name?
However,
so how is that then?
How is that then? You're not really giving
well, it's a public building. I'm standing in public. Well, hang on.
Filming
Is that against the law? What I'm doing is it against the law?
To be searched.
Okay, but but you're searching me under the Terrorism Act. Okay, so your reasonable suspicion, what is it?
We're going to search you.
Okay, right. Well, we'll go for it. Okay, but it will be. It's completely unlawful.
Well, then you can make a complaint afterwards.
Okay. It's completely unlawful. Okay, and abuse of powers.
If you feel like that, make a complaint afterwards.
Right, because I would really want to know. Don't worry, yep. And I will carry on recording.
So you're going to be searched.
Okay.
You'll be searched today.
Okay.
As I said, the grounds being for the search is, because you've not really given us an
I don't have to give you my name.
You've been evasive.
You've already said that it's because I won't give you my name.
You've also been quite obstructive at the moment in time with the search.
Okay.
All right.
When pressed further, the officer brushes it off with, "Make a complaint." That's not accountability. That's arrogance. It's a response of someone who knows they're on shaky ground but doesn't care because they assume the system will shield them. Eventually, he admits the real reason. Claude wouldn't explain why he was there. That's it. That's the whole suspicion. But refusing to justify yourself on public land is not suspicious. It's a right. The threshold for Section 43 is terrorism suspicion. The officer reduced it to, "You didn't tell me what I wanted to hear." That's not law. That's ego.
No, because I'm questioning the law.
That's fine. And also, the reason why we're searching today is because you've literally the only place that we've actually saw you search or film was the actual back door of a police.
Well, that you've seen.
That's fine.
That you've seen,
which is a bit suspicious, and that's why.
Well, no. What you got to remember, that's your own feelings.
That's fine, sir.
That's your own feelings.
Fine, you're still going to
get it's not what the law is.
You'll be detained and you will be searched today under Section 43 of Terrorism Act. All right.
Have you been searched before, sir?
That's irrelevant.
It might be irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. I know, mate, it's a joke. They're searching me because I'm filming. Yeah, I know, mate. Bunch of turds, nothing more.
That's a bit rude.
Well, no, it's not.
We've only been pleasant to you.
No, you're not. You're abusing my legal rights.
I don't think we're abusing.
No, you are. You're abusing your powers. Okay. End of story. You're abusing your powers.
And as we said, if you feel that that's the case, then you can always make.
Don't worry, I will be.
That's fine.
Okay. You could not even quote me the specific part of Section 43. Okay. You could not even quote me the right part of Section 43.
I'll do so. I'm going to put this inside your bag, alright?
Yeah, you do need to if you read it correctly and what the law actually is.
As the search drags on, Claude cuts straight to the point. You couldn't even quote me the specific part of Section 43. He's not nitpicking. He's asking for the single line the law hinges on, that an officer may only search if they reasonably suspect terrorism. That's the safeguard. That's the standard. And the female officer's reply, "We don't need to," is damning, because they do need to. Section 43 requires officers to state both the authority being used and the specific grounds. To shrug that off as unnecessary is either shocking ignorance or outright disregard for the law.
Okay,
and how long have you been a police
the number is not the law. The number is not the law.
And how long
it's the
have you been a
wording is what is the law. Well, you definitely don't know your job, do you? Okay,
well,
you definitely well and truly do not know your job, because all what you're doing is you're abusing powers.
You're getting very angry over nothing.
Yeah, because I'm getting frustrated because of a turd such as you that think you can search me like this.
That's very rude.
Okay,
you're not actually rude to us.
Right?
No.
Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, the pair of you. Okay, complete blatant use of powers.
Why are you so against us searching you?
You've abused your power, okay? You said that you got reasonable grounds, okay? As I already stated, okay?
It doesn't.
Now, as I said, now there's that, okay? I would like you to take that, okay? Right, do you know who the MPCC are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah?
I don't think I need that.
Why not? Why not? Because you're going to find out that... Yes, it is, because you're going to find out from this, from the MPCC, that what you've just done is unlawful. Okay, and it clearly states that. No, it's not, okay? You talk utter crap.
And you
talk utter crap. The both of you, okay? You both took part in the actual... Well, either way, you searched my bag, you're a part of it, okay? You're a part of it, right? And you're both an utter disgrace.
Claude even tries to hand them a letter from a National Police Chiefs Council, the body that sets national guidance for policing across the UK. This isn't some random printout. It's official guidance, and it's crystal clear. The public has a right to film in public, and using counter-terrorism powers against lawful photography is unlawful. In other words, Claude wasn't just arguing opinion. He was holding the official playbook in his hands, and they still ignored it.
know how to make a complaint? If you're
Don't worry, I do.
Okay, I'm sure you've probably done it before.
Alright.
But it's all recorded on our body worn,
That's
which will
fine.
be uploaded.
That's
and once
fine.
you make that complaint, they'll review the body
as I said,
worn,
okay,
they'll be able to review
make sure that you upload it properly and don't damage it.
Don't damage it.
Yeah.
They're quite hardcore. I don't think they're that easy to damage.
Well, you two definitely ain't hardcore. Okay.
But even if
you two are an absolute joke.
Okay, well, even if the camera does get damaged in any way, you can still make the complaint. Any
No worries.
questions? No? Okay.
Any questions? Why would there be any questions for you abusing my rights?
Being kind.
For you, seriously, you're going to try and be kind, considering you just abused my rights.
We haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have a lovely
You're an
day.
absolute joker.
Bye.
Bunch of turds, nothing more. Okay? Absolute bunch of turds.
Eventually, they hand over a stop and search form and retreat back inside. But that wasn't the end. Later, Claude revealed the force offered him £1,500 to settle quietly. He turned it down.
Just a couple of quick updates. So first of all, on these two tyrants here, I've had an offer of £1,500, but it's been declined, and that's how it would be because I want them in court, and that's...
Most people would take the cash. Claude wants accountability. By pushing this into court, the officer's conduct will be judged under law, not swept away by a payout. If it reaches trial, the award could be £5,000, £10,000, or more. But the money isn't the point. A settlement is private. A court ruling is public, on record, and it forces accountability where it belongs. This case highlights a real danger, officers wielding extraordinary powers without understanding them. Section 43 isn't a toy. Yet hey, they couldn't quote it, couldn't explain it, and clearly didn't meet the threshold it requires. What we saw wasn't security. It was face-saving wrapped in unlawful detention. At every step, training gave way to ego. NPCC guidance was ignored. Basic safeguard were tossed aside. And when Claude stood his ground with the law, their frustration boiled over into misuse of terrorism powers they couldn't justify. These weren't small mistakes. They were systemic failures in training, professionalism, and accountability. And thanks to Claude refusing to settle, this one unlawful stop could become a reckoning for the force itself. That's it for today's video. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me keep producing independent coverage. And definitely check out Auditor Claude. His channel is linked below. Show him some support. This was Rate the Audits. See you in the next one.